Hey guys, it's Crockett20 here, and Blade HQ has graciously lent me this Benchmade mountain skinner. We're going to take it out today and play with a little bit. We'll probably do some bushcraft skills, see if we can start a fire with it. And we're going to do a mock hunt. We got some clay pigeons. We'll be shooting that with a 12 gauge. And then we got a chicken. Is that right? We got a chicken that we'll use and cook up. So we'll use the mountain skinner to cut that up, process that a little bit too, and have some fun. Well, initially right out of the box, the handle is interesting. What I like, it's the G10. I'm kind of a fan of G10 if it's done right. This one, it has kind of some ridges along the handle there, so it'll give you some traction. You've also got some jimping on where I prefer it, on the back of the knife. You also have some on the distal portion end of the blade, and that's going to be for that fine detail work, so you can choke up on it a little bit, get your finger in there and use that belly. Recurve on the knife. You know, I like the functionality of recurves. I like how they perform in hand. Sharpening them can get kind of a pain, but this one isn't drastically recurved, so it'll be interesting to put that on a flat stone. Of course, there are different methods you can use to mitigate that recurve during sharpening process. Overall, I think that's a pretty good looking knife. For me, again, 4 to 6 inches is a pretty good ideal range, and this one is just a hair over 4 inches long, the blade length on it, so this will be fun to play with. Oh. Wounded that one. Oh. Nice. Did I hit it? No. Oh. Nice, you got it. This isn't normally how I do this, but again, in the spirit of testing blades, we'll just kind of try to chew through it down here. What this will do also is, after we're done, we can take this and put it back over it, and you'll barely be able to tell the fire was there, so it's kind of that responsible backpacking mentality. All right, given the time of year it is, how dry it is, we probably don't want to make it much bigger than that. You know what, we'll use that one. We'll get us a nice clean baton stick, and then we can use that with the knife. Got a lot of times what I'll do with delimbing these, if you have to, is I'll use the spine of the blade. All right, now that we've got a good baton stick, why don't we beat the hell out of this knife? So much easier than chopping the knife. That's why you hold your hand like this instead of like this. So now you come down and you're hitting your knuckles. So you're hitting that hard bone with a hard stick. But this way, you miss. You're just hitting the fleshy part of your hand. Bent it just a little bit. Just a hair. We'll see if we can't bend it back. There's a tip. Now what I'm doing with that though is putting it in the actual knot there. I've given more torque than that, or about the same torque as that on other knives, and they haven't broke. So that tells you it's a little bit of a delicate tip on the end of that. I'm actually surprised it's still got a pretty good edge on it. I see a lot of people cut sometimes, and there's a time and place for this. But to put your thumb on top when they're cutting like this. But it's just the way your body is structured and set up. It's much more, they'll have much more power if you drop that thumb on the other side. Let's see how the fire's going to treat us today. Now we've got the fire going, we'll let it burn down here a little bit, get some good coals going, and then we'll process the game that we got with the shotgun, or at the local supermarket. Is that where you guys got it? So we'll process that and see how it goes. Ooh, man, that goes right through there. This is wild. It's called a Dan's bird. In this type of area that we're in, they actually come pre-packaged. It's strange, but it does happen that way. So I've said before, I wouldn't call myself a great hunter by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll dig into this. You hunters will probably scream a little bit of how I'm doing it, but we'll still be able to tell. What I'm trying to simulate here is that just using that jimping on the end of the knife and using that belly to get in there and skin around some of those areas that you've got to take the deer apart or whatever. I gotta be honest, that's where that tip would come in handy, right? In this type of stuff right there. Pretty lightweight knife too. It's not that heavy. And for a 4-inch blade, it's pretty good. And now we wait. You guys smell that? Oh man. Crocodile chicken. And we got some nice onions in there and peppers. Here's the Benchmade Mountain Skinner. It's a nice knife, 4 inches or just shy of now. For the weight and the size of the blade, it's really quite nice. As we found on this one, the tip isn't as strong as maybe some other knives that I've dealt with, so you want to keep that in mind when using it. Other than that, the way it performs, the way it functions, I really like it in hand. The handles offer good grip. You've got a nice radius to those handles, so you don't have a sharp, abrupt edge that creates hot spots as you're using it. And it's your nice S30V steel, and after all we put it through, it's still got a good edge on it. I mean, I'm going to take it home and sharpen it, but it's definitely got still a good edge considering what we've done with it. So this, I don't know why, I just love that too. I just like the character that it adds on the blade. Overall, I give it a thumbs up. I like the blade. Just be careful of that tip. That is ready. Thinking this is going to be my next EDC blade.
right, thanks for watching, everybody. I want to give a special thank to Crockett. Check out his channel at the link below. And we're going to end. I play disc golf, so I'm going to throw some disc, and we're going to see if you can hit those. Okay,
holy cow, those go. All right, pull.
No, I think those are new. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There, you can see them in there. Oh, they're like way in. That got it.